Hey guys, what's up and welcome back not only to this channel but to this Shop My Stash. It's been a little while since I have done one of these. There's been other videos that have kind of taken a little bit of precedence, but I figured this week is the Sephora VIB sale and I am so excited. There's a ton of stuff on my loves list that I'm ready to put in my cart. And so I figured, you know what, I'm going to do a Shop My Stash like in anticipation of that sale. There's things I want to use. There may be a few things I want to retry out just so that I can make sure, hey, like along the same lines of the brand, do I want to pick up some things, that kind of thing, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know, that might have sounded confusing, but let's just go ahead and get started, you guys. So let's go ahead and come up here and start choosing out what we want. These are just a few items I will be posting to Poshmark this week. I have literally used these like twice. I think one of them I used once, and so I'm just not getting use out of it. And then this one I literally used about 3 times. So you guys know, anytime I have something that's not had a lot of use, I just post it up because there's no sense in keeping it. So let's go ahead and start in, like I said, preparation for the sale. Oops, I didn't mean to zoom y'all in that close. So let's see what we want to use. Are there any highlighters I'm going to be picking up during the sale? I know I want that little mini Natasha de Nona bronze and glow, so I might use the Natasha de Nona Super Glow in the meantime. I think that is what we'll do. And so let's put that over there. And then is there any other one that we want to use this week? I think we'll go ahead and use, I don't know. What other one do we want to use? You know what? I've got a couple on the desk that we can use from my Ulta, my little Ulta purchase from the 20% off. So we'll get to that here in a second. Okay, for blush. Do I have any blush on my loves list at Ulta? I don't think I do. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to use for this week. I feel like these singles get so little use. You know what? We haven't used this in a while. Let's use the Marc Jacobs. What is this called? This is the Flesh and Fantasy Air Blush. Flesh and Fantasy is the name of the blush. And it is so, so pretty as I almost dig into it there, but that's okay. There is that one. This one's just like the name says, it's a very fleshy kind of shade. And I forget how much I love this until I use it and come back to it and I'm like, wow, there's a reason I have kept this for so long. So I think we're good. You know what? I can't just have one blush, can I? Let's use this one. This is the Buxom Wanderlust in Seychelles. And I think we're good. Maybe? Okay, hold on. I feel like I need like a pinky one. But there's not a whole lot that, you can use one of these. To say there's not a whole lot in here that's like Sephora other than the box powders, but Kylie, obviously, and MAC. Can't get those at Sephora. So let's go ahead and use this one. This is by Clinique. It is Plum Pop. How funny that it's called Plum Pop. I feel it's more pink than anything. But, all right, moving on. That's neither here nor there. All right, so for our bronzer, I think we'll go ahead and use this one. It's the newest one. I have it in the box, if you can believe it. I kept it in the box. I have a whole video review on this, as well as a video using this within a Get Ready With Me, or a tutorial. So check that out if you're interested. But we will go ahead and select that for the week. And then, is there any other one that we want to choose? I don't think so. I think I'm good. As far as, well, no, I'm not going to use a Kylie highlight. Okay. So let's keep moving. Like my husband says, keep a pushing. So is there anything we want to use here? I haven't used this one in a while, and it's been on my mind to use. It's the face palette that NARS released for holiday. So this one thing I'm going to tell you I did not put in my wish list or recommendations, but I do want to pick up one of the, you know, they have like the summer nights, hot nights, summer lights, hot nights, I don't know. There's two different palettes that don't look super exciting, but every time someone swatches them or uses them, they look so good. So I'm probably going to pick one of those up. So in anticipation of that, I am going to use this. And then I think we're good there. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? Now, as far as our palettes, I want to pick up the VIB palette by Natasha de Nona. So I'm pretty much thinking we're going to be using Natasha de Nona palettes, or at least one palette for this week. So let's go ahead and go that way. By the way, you guys, no joke, this palette is one of my very favorites, and I did not think it was going to be. This is the ColourPop Villains, and it's totally random and a side note, but that palette's amazing. Here we go. All right, so along the lines of Natasha de Nona, I do have a bit to choose from. I love the brand, and I think some of the only palettes I don't own by her are the $239 dollar ones. I just can't bring myself. Anyways, so I've got the Star palette. I have got the Gold palette, which is so amazing. If I had to pick a favorite from all of her palettes, it would likely be that one. I have the Safari palette, which we're going to use that this week. It's been on my mind, and I want to use it. And then the Lila palette, and then the Sunset palette. So let's think what we want to use this week. I haven't used the Lila in a very long time. So maybe we'll use that one. What I love about the Safari palette is that I can, because it's all matte and I love the shades, it's easy to pair with like a super sparkly topper or something. But how funny that this is coming across as blue in my camera. That one right there, it's actually purple. Dark purple. I don't understand that, but I think we're gonna pull this one for this week as well. So let's use those two in anticipation of the VIB palette that I'm looking to purchase, and I think that's good. I think we're just gonna use those two because using the Safari palette's gonna give me a reason to pull out a couple of like my glittery type of singles. So let's move those over to the desk, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back over at the desk, and I've kind of opened a few things. This is something we didn't pick out together. It was already on the desk. I have not yet even touched it, and so I'm wanting to use it this week. I did purchase mine directly from the Urban Decay website. I didn't even wait for the sale at Sephora because I thought, well, this way I'll know I was able to pick it up, and I don't have to get up super early for the Sephora one launch or whatever. But so that's like a total side note, but I included it because in anticipation of the Sephora sale, some of y'all I think are going to have this on your loves list. At least a handful of y'all have commented that that is going to be on your list for purchase during the sale, so that's awesome. And I opened the Safari palette because I had not opened it for you over when we pulled it from the drawer. So that's what the Safari palette looks like. Again, they are all mattes, and so we're going to pick a couple of glittery shadows. If you, again, watched my recommendations and wish list, you know that I am wanting to pick up a couple of or at least one of the Touch and Soul Medalist shadows, and I think those would look stunning paired with this. So I'm super excited about that, and that's the nice thing about all matte palettes. Not necessarily so that I can make a whole look out of a matte palette, because mattes aren't my favorites, but they're a really good way to layer and then just kind of add one stunning topper shade or something. This is the Lila palette that I showed y'all a little earlier. And then again, we've got the Game of Thrones Urban Decay palette here, which I am stoked about. I am going to tell you, I feel like I'm trying to say too much at one time. Most of the videos I've seen of people who receive this in PR or have already purchased it have not even watched the show or don't know about the characters, and I'm going to tell you, I am right along with them. I don't even have HBO. I can't even tell you, honestly, I don't know that I would even be okay with the show, just because of, sometimes me making decisions of what I want to watch or not watch. And so anyways, I really know nothing about the show other than like commercials or, you know, coworkers talking about it or whatever. But anyways, so that is that. I just thought I'd disclose that, I guess. Okay, so I have a few swatches for you. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see. Okay, all the way to the left, you see there's kind of a fleshy toned swatch. That is the Marc Jacobs blush. Right next to that, that bold highlight right there in the middle, that is the Natasha de Nona All Over Glow. And then those 3 shades to the right, which I hope you'll be able to see, there's like a bronzer, you'll see a little bit of a pink swatch, and then that highlighter swatch. Those are the NARS face palette. So that's what we've got going on there. So we still got some other things to choose from. So let's go ahead and start picking out just the boring stuff. So I'm going to ask that y'all forgive my mess because I've got like stuff over here. I had to leave that brush out because I need to wash it. This is, you guys, probably my favorite method of applying foundation at this point, even more than the Beauty Blender, if you can imagine. This Tarte brush is everything. I have never had a brush make my foundation look so airbrushed and smooth, and this is it, but it obviously needs to be washed. It's going on like 2 weeks of not washing, and that, you guys know, is disgusting. So let's go ahead and move over here and start picking out, you know what, I don't know what foundation though we're gonna come back to this drawer because I don't know yet what foundation we're gonna use. Since I have a couple, you're gonna see later this week, I've got an empties video and I have ran out of a couple foundations, so it's slim pickings for me these days. I've got mascara here. Let's see what else. You guys know my Instant Comfort Lip Oil by Clarins is, if I had to live with one thing out of all my beauty collection, it would be that. Okay, so we've got mascara. Let's go ahead and choose is this brown? Yes. So let's go ahead and choose a black liquid liner, a black pencil liner, and I wonder, do we want to use glitter? I don't know. We will wait and see. Okay. Let's come over here. See, like mess galore. A lot. So this stuff right here is what I purchased through Ulta for the 20% off that they recently had. This is newer stuff. Most that I got like during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. My Glowy Lip Balm by Laneige, which you guys, if you need to jump on that train, that is amazing. I have been loving using my Milk Kush Brow Fiber? Kush Fiber Brow Gel. I don't know why I said it like that, so choppy. Mine is in the shade Grind, and I love this thing. It's so good. So that's what we're going to use for our brows this week. Now, let's come over here. I got this, in case you're curious, I got this at Home Goods. It was actually in the Office section. It's by Cynthia Rowley. I posted about it on Instagram. I love this little thing. It fits my little... you guys know, something cute like this I'm not using for an office. I'm using it for makeup. But, okay, so I already know this. I don't know why I've been keeping this in its little plastic, because I've used it several times. Let me take it out of here. This is by Violet Voss, and I can't even believe that this thing was so inexpensive. Oop, it's rolling down the desk. Okay, so this is in the shade Cosmic. And it is so beautiful. I don't need a glitter glue, and this is the epitome of glitter for your eye. It's so amazing. I'm going to use this to go to pair with the Safari palette, and then I think I might want to pair like one of my Kylie, and I think I want to do like the orange one. Which one? Let's see. I do keep the little boxes to these because I think they're so super cute and unique. And I can't open it. There we go. But watch this one I'm opening. Watch it be not the one I am hoping for. Okay, hold on, you guys. I am apparently very incapable of doing things with one hand. So, while I keep you waiting, this is the orange one. Okay. This is the one we're going to use. This is one of her glitter eyeshadows. What are these called? It's called Witch and Famous Glitter Eyes. It's one of her Halloween collection ones. But this, you know, would go perfect with that Safari palette because some of those are like the orangey browns, stuff like that. So we're going to use that for this week. So we've got those two, and I am very happy with that selection. Okay. Then, let's move over, excuse me, wrong drawer, oops. All right, let's move over to foundation. So right now for foundation, I'm running pretty low. I'm pretty low for me anyways. I have the Too Faced Born This Way, and I have the Beauty Blender Bounce, and I also have the Huda. The thing about the Huda is that when I wear that one, I really don't wear bronzer because that one's already very deep, and that's, if I use bronzer, then it just does not look right. So I think for this week, we're just going to go ahead and use the Beauty Blender Bounce. I love this foundation. I think it's one of my favorites, and I would absolutely repurchase it if I ran out. So we've got that. And then as far as a primer, I guess I continue using my Silk Canvas. I don't want to keep using it because I know I'm going to eventually run out, and then I'm going to have to repurchase because it's something I would repurchase. But that's good enough. So let's go ahead and put this. Oh, the lighting just got real weird. Okay, there we go. Let's put this over here because that's what we're going to use. Now, if you're curious, for Beauty Blender, I am in the shade 2.10, and that is the, I think, light medium neutral, unless it's the light neutral, but I think it's light medium neutral. You guys know, if you follow me for a while, the ridiculousness that I went through for that foundation. Sephora basically shipped me an empty box with my packing slip, but no foundation. Anyways, all right, so there is that. We've got our primer. All right, I feel like I'm missing something. All right, I already know I'm missing lipsticks for sure, but what are we gonna pick for lips this week? I think, all right, so I already know a couple of them that I want to pick. The one I'm wearing actually today is one I want to continue. Little Buddha is what it's called, I think. Yeah. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. It's not wanting to focus. But it's by MAC. And then I love this one by, is it L'Oreal? It's by Maybelline. It's Baddest Beige. I love this one too. All right, so let's put these down. And then there's another one I'm going to show you that is so bomb. It's still, so it's new. I just bought it a few days ago and have been using it literally every day since. It's by L'Oreal, and it's supposed to be like the, it's kind of supposed to look like the opacity of a liquid lipstick, but the feel of a lip stain. Now, as far as the opacity of a lipstick, I don't know that it looks as intense. However, this thing is so light. It feels like I have nothing on my lips. It looks so natural, and it adds just that color, like without it being too thick or overdone. I really, really like this way more than I thought I was going to. This one's in the shade I Empower. You're not gonna be able to see that. It's so tiny. But let me put the camera down and I'll get you a swatch because this is really, really incredible. Okay, so here are the lipsticks. I ended up choosing one more, but okay, the one all the way to the left is I Empower by L'Oreal. It's that one that's like a lip stain, but supposed to go on like a lipstick. I will tell you, the first time I tried it on, I was like, yeah, I'm not sure if I like this. It goes on literally like water. It feels like you're putting on water. It's that thin, and the first layer is quite sheer. I do go on with 2 layers, but it is very, very pretty once it kind of, you know, once you let it dry down, and it's just very, very pretty, and I think I like it very much. That next one, that kind of neon coral, is called Little Buddha. It's by MAC, and then the next one after that is it Baddest Beige? I already forgot the name of that thing. What's it called? Hold on. Yeah, it's Baddest Beige 050 by Maybelline. And that's that one that was like all the rage because Jaclyn Hill said that she loved it so much. And then I ended up choosing a deeper red. That one is by MAC also. It's part of the Selena collection, and it's called Dreaming of You. And the reason I wanted like a deeper kind of wine or vampy red is because of the Safari palette. I think it's going to pair really, really nicely with some of the kind of earthy tone shades in there. So that's what we've got going on for lips. So let's just go ahead and do our rundown real quick, because you guys know I typically forget something. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. We've got primer, I've got foundation, we don't have concealer or powder. See, I always forget something. So we're gonna use the Beauty Blender foundation. So that tells me that I think I wanna use like I'm gonna use the Power Play by Cover FX. No, yes. All right, we'll use that one. And then as far as powder, I think we can go ahead and go in with This one's okay. This one's, out of all the powders I own, this one is my least favorite. It's not a bad powder. It's just not blowing my socks off like this one or this one. This one I like very much too. I would consider this to be in my top 3.5, 3. No, this one is my all-time favorite, and then the Fenty runs a close second, and then I do very much like the Milk makeup one. Here in the near future, I hope to pick up the Hourglass one now that I am more into powders than I used to be. Because you guys know, I used to not have to set, I don't have to set my face now, but it's just, I like the look of it. So, okay, let's go ahead and move this out here. All right, so let's go ahead and start this again. I've got foundation, I've got concealer now, I've got my powder, and then we've got plenty for the eyes. We have got cheeks, we have got highlighter, we've got bronzer, and then we've got covered on lips, we've got mascara, liner, brows. I think this does it. You guys know the drill. Every time, I always forget something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Shop My Stash with a little bit more of a theme towards getting ready for the Sephora sale. This Shop My Stash was more in preparation and excitement of the Sephora sale because I certainly am looking so forward to it. Literally just kind of counting down the days. I've been so good with how I've been buying makeup that this is what it's about, looking forward to it and not it just seeming like another everyday thing. Oh, there's a sale, let me add things to my cart. No, it's like, you know what, I've been good. There's things I've waited on. Oh, there's a sale, I'm excited, you know? It's totally weird. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed this Shop My Stash, and I hope it inspired you to pull some things out of your collection in preparation for the sale as well. Put some of those good things to use in preparation of buying a few new ones. All right, my friends, I love each and every one of you. I'm going to post the verse of the day at the bottom of the screen here. Jesus loves you so very much, and of course, so do I. I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by, for subscribing if you already have. I can't even tell you a thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right, guys, talk to you in the next one. Have a great week. Bye.